If I die in police custody, I would like to set the record straight.
Please know that I did not commit suicide, that I did not attack a cop, and if I did, I was defending myself. If I die in police custody, I want you to know that my last thoughts are about my family and the fight for Black lives.
My name is Jill Christina, and if I die in police custody, it's because they murdered me.
I would never, ever do harm to myself in police custody whatsoever.
You knew the day you met me I would never kill myself.
My name is Tiana, and if I die in police custody, just know that they killed me, and don't let anyone tell you that it's not about race.
If I die in police custody, no, it is not a suicide. And I hope that in the current case, as in any case of a Black woman, a woman of color, a man of color, a Black man dying in police custody, that the authorities and the community that puts pressure on the authorities will not stop until they find out what happened.
You know that I was fighting till the death.
Know that I love my family. Know that I love my partner.
Just know that I support Black rage. Don't let anyone silence your pain.
You know, it's crazy. People talk about people being taken into protective custody. There's no such thing as protective custody because our criminal legal system and our prison industrial complex is so violent and so vicious and so broken. It's never protection. It's never safe.
Maybe they said I was resisting arrest. I did not resist, although my resistance is strong.
I would not kill myself in police custody because I would not want to be in concrete and behind bars. I know that my spirit and everything about me belongs in the outdoors.
If I die in police custody, it's definitely not a suicide. I value my life too much, and I feel as a woman, as a young woman, as an African heritage woman, a Black woman, I've fought very hard, and different people in my family have fought very hard, and my ancestors have fought very hard for me to be here and even have the experiences that I've had, and every day is a gift to me, so there's no way that I would throw it away, and so I want you to know that.
The death of Sandra Bland really calls to the forefront the need to hold not only the police and white supremacist institutions accountable for the deaths of Black women and Black non-gender conforming, Black queer and Black trans people, but also the violence that happens to us in our own communities.
People are not talking to each other. People are not sharing information. And I want us to figure out how to remedy that. Because if I die in police custody, I want all of my people talking. I don't want it to be something that people would have to check into Twitter or Instagram or check their Facebook timeline to figure out that I was dead.
Plenty of women in prison right now are in prison, Black women, for defending themselves against terrorism from cis hetero Black men in their own communities. So we hear you, we say your name, Sandra Bland, we honor you.
Know that I'm inspired by the culture in which I was raised, African American culture, which is one of survivors, which is one of strength, and which is one of heroes that have always guided my life and who fought and struggled and won against oppression throughout history.
I was a teenage protester, which was a good thing. And I was protesting around a number of different issues, many of them international. And I had a lot of white friends that I protested with, and we would go to these, we'd be in these big mass arrests. In my later teens, I was in an action where it was a small group, and they put me in a room by myself and locked the door, and I was so terrified. And I realized that I wasn't one of my white friends. I was a Black girl locked up in juvie and nobody knew where I was. I realized the vulnerability of women in custody. And even though I got like the tiniest infinitesimal fragment of what it's like for most incarcerated Black women, I never risked arrest again.
I spoke for Black people living and mattering, and I died in police custody because I was assassinated.
Don't let the political conversation shift from the violence of white privilege and white supremacy to needing more surveillance on prisoners or any other capitalist advancement.
If I die in police custody, my light-skinned privilege did not save me. My education did not save me. It was anything but. It was my brown skin Every time I leave the house, just like any other black person.
And unfortunately, it wouldn't be a surprise to a lot of my friends and family members because that's the reality that a lot of us live with.
The prison systems are like just a gateway for prison industries and another way to have black and brown and low-income folks working for very cheap labor to take away their rights. One felony and then suddenly you can no longer vote.
If I die in police custody in 2015 and something doesn't happen, we're simply approaching the new Jim Crow faster and speedier than we have for the past 40 years.
The war on drugs is specifically targeted to get people like me in jail and working for this prison industrial system, which is basically just like slavery reincarnated.
Tell my sister that it is finally time to wake up, and it is very unfortunate that it took my death to wake you the fuck up.
I will be just one more statistic of a black body on the ground at the hands of somebody who is supposed to protect me and at the hands of somebody whose salary I pay.
But for those who have had family members who have committed suicide in prison, understand that I sympathize and empathize with that pain. That system is meant to break your soul. Black people incarcerated are not meant to be well or even rehabilitated.
If I die in police custody, either they killed me or I strategize with my community to utilize suicide as a direct action tactic. And either way, it's still our duty to fight for our freedom.
So with that, please bring justice. Don't keep this quiet, don't hush it. I would even say ask for peace. Ask for justice and equity.
Because right now it's like, yeah, like black people die in police custody. Like there's the sky, there's the sun, and there's racism. And I think I want to live in a world where it's not like something that we've accepted as reality.
Uplift me, uplift my spirits, uplift my people. Make sure that the oppression ends.
Shut it down, demand answers, and say my name.
I would not kill myself in police custody because I have the resilience of Harriet, because I have the strength of Malcolm, because I rise like Maya.